Welcome to part 3 of the Grand Army of the Republic. Now, this includes the Jedi and a few other figures that aren't too important, but anyways, let's just get into it. And on a side note, I know I haven't made a video in a while, but my voice has not really changed that drastically. I'm just feeling a little under the weather right now, so yeah. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I compiled, I think, everything from my clone army, Republic army, and I want to show it to y'all. First, I want to start with figures. So, the Jedi side, just because it's kind of somewhat in the clone army, somewhat not. But, yeah. So, here we have Anakin's Starfighter from 2014. Obviously, the 2021, I think, looks a lot better, but I never did end up buying it, so that's the one I have. And onto the figures. So, here we have all of the Jedi I have. Starting with Anakin from 2014 Starfighter. And it really is kind of sad that I don't have an Anakin that doesn't have that headpiece. But, everything else about him is perfect. From the, let's see if I could get him off. From the leg printing to the hair. It looks pretty good. Moving on, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi from 2014 from the set General Grievous's Wheel Bike. And I really like this Obi-Wan. Unfortunately, I believe he's got hairline cracks or actual cracks on both sides of his torso, but what can you do? Moving on to a figure that I actually really like, even though many people don't like the Clone Wars style of figures. Here's General Kenobi, or Obi-Wan Kenobi from, I believe, the Bark Speeder with Sidecar. And this is a very cheap figure, considering it came in that set, which was an exclusive and retails for, it's got to be 300 or 400 sealed these days. All right. Moving on, we have Ahsoka. Padawan Ahsoka, obviously. She's my favorite one of the Ahsokas because, she's, one, the rarest. Two, I don't know, she reminds me of my childhood. Whereas these Mandalore ones do not, because, they were made a few years ago, based off of episodes that were made only a few years ago at this point. I still like the Mandalore Ahsokas, but my favorite has to be the Padawan. So then I have Yoda from the homing spider droid, the Kashyyyk one. Mace Windu from that fighter tank, which that set has amazing figures, but the actual set itself is, mediocre. Then we have my favorite, or one of my favorite Jedi, Plo Koon. Love that figure. Got him in the AV7 cannon. And then we have Clone Wars Yoda behind him. Mace Windu. Adi Gallia or Stas Ali. Honestly, it could be either one. And, right. Luminara Unduli, because, yeah, I got her in the, I don't know the set number, but it was the most recent turbo tank. Same with, trying to remember his name. Quinlan Voss, yes. And lastly, Coleman Trebor. Love that figure. It's a shame he died so early in the Clone Wars. Then behind him we have Kanan Jarrus, but I only included him because as a Padawan, he was part of the Grand Army of the Republic. And Grogu, because he was also a Jedi youngling at one point. So yeah. Moving on to the figures for the actual clone army itself. Here, in this spot, either Rex, Cody, or Jango Fett could have gone, but I decided to put Jango. Because one, I don't have Cody, and I don't have the most recent ATTE, although I hope to get it later this year. And I didn't put Rex because I just didn't feel like it. So starting out here, we have Jango. This is the one that came in the snail tank. Yeah, this is not the expensive one. The expensive one has a gunmetal gray torso color. Then we have these 4 clone commanders, which I just love the fact that I have 5 clone commanders in my army, and I don't know, a commander is supposed to be in charge of thousands of troops. And I have 5 for like 40-something figures. So that's wonderful. Anyways, then we have these amazing clones from the minifigure pack. Super overpriced, but still nice figures nonetheless. Then we have these Episode 2 style clones. Behind them, we have more Episode 2 style clones and some Clone Wars clones, including a gunner. So that's pretty cool. And then we have some Bomb Squad, Horn Company, which I really want more Horn Company, but I just haven't had the chance to get more. And 2 ARF Troopers, because I really love ARF Troopers. I would love to have like 4 of these 4 figures to make just like a nice little square. Moving on to the middle of the army, we have the 501st Legion. This figure right here and this one right here are both from the 2013. I want to say 2013 75002 ATRT. Really cool figures, but I'm glad they made new ones because 501st Troopers are just so like iconic in the prequel era and in the Clone Wars. Then moving back, we have these amazing figures, absolutely incredible. These Rocket Troopers, which I wish I had 3 more of them, but I did just get a battle pack to fill in this line of figures with more 501st Troopers. And then the Ahsoka Company Troopers, which I hope they one day release a battle pack or minifigure pack of, because I really want more of them without spending $40 per ATTE or buying like one for $10 on Bricklink. Moving past that, we have these 4 Phase 2 Kashyyyk Troopers, these 7 Scouts, which are pretty cool. I just need 1 more and then I'll be content. Although, if I had a lot more than that, I would also be content. The more the merrier. Then I have 3 Wolfpack Troopers, which is wonderful because I only had 2 before, I think. And I just saw a deal that I could not pass up that came with like, I don't even know, but one of the figures in that lot of Clone Troopers was a Phase 2 Wolfpack, so I decided to bite the bullet and buy it. Then we have a Phase 2 Shock Trooper. Love him. We need more Shock Troopers in LEGO. Phase 2 Regular Trooper. Bark Trooper. Phase 2 Clone Gunner. Love him. I need to get the new ones from the ATTE. Then this Airborne Trooper, which I also love. It's kind of a shame that I only have 1, and I'm going to have like 5 actual 212 Troopers once I get the ATTE, but oh well, it's still a very cool figure to have. And it's gone up in price quite significantly over the last couple of months. Then we have these figures, which is the only reason I bought the tank for. Love the Airborne Trooper. They call him a commander, but I'm just going to consider him like Airborne. And then we have 2 of the 187th Legion Grunts. Moving back into the interesting and unique clones, we have 2 Commander Grease. Both of them are different. They're not really much different in price, maybe like $1 or 2, but they just have like different colored lines. Anyways, here we have Phase 2 Rex, which I am so fortunate to have because he himself is worth like $150. Then we have the ARC Trooper, which many consider to be the best clone ever made by LEGO, and I'm inclined to agree. Then we have Imperial Crosshair, and I just included him because he's a clone, so yeah. And then we have Commander Fox, love that dude, and the figure too. Then we have Commander Cody, which I got for like $12 when it was worth around like, I want to say 20 or 30, so steal on that figure. Then I have the Bad Batch. And Commander Gree, Phase 1 from my friend AJ. Thank you, AJ. Then we have the Clone Commander, Clone Sergeant. I have these 2 spaces open for the Captain and the Lieutenant, but I don't know if I'll ever get them. It's not that I can't afford them. I just don't want to drop that much money on like 2 figures. So maybe I'll get them in a garage sale or a lot, hopefully. Then we have these 2 Geonosis Troopers, which are pretty cool. Okay. Wow, that was 10 minutes of just speaking about the figures. Now time to move on to the vehicles. So let's get Django out of the way because he's a traitor. Get lost, Django. All right, so on this side we have 3 Bark Speeders. This one is from the Bad Batch Shuttle. This one is from the 2011 Clone Battle Pack. And this one is my own custom one made from the 501st Battle Pack, but in the style of these old speeders. Then we have 2 custom ATRTs. This is like a Coruscant one or whatever. And this is my favorite one. I made this custom made. The feeder designed off of David Buchal's ATRT. But the rest is my design, and I think it looks wonderful. Then we have 2 ATRTs, this one from the 501st Battle Pack, this one from the 2013 ATRT. Moving on to a set I never thought I would have, but I found it in a garage sale, so I'm thankful for that. This is the Republic dropship with ATOT, and I believe I don't know if it's canon or non-canon now, but I think the name of this dropship is the Wampa Runner, so pretty cool. I personally prefer the droid head more, but it was like very ruined. The stickers of the droid head were very ruined when I got the set, so I just decided to have the Wampa thing instead. Then we have the Bad Batch shuttle, which is just, I don't know. I've got opinions on that set that I'm not going to mention in this video. But it's an okay set. And then we have these 4 clone booster pack mobile command stations, which look pretty crappy, but they're pretty cool for what it is. And then this better clone command station from a battle pack. Anyways, moving on here, we have the ATOT, which is pretty incredible. Like, it's an alright design, but it's humongous. And, I mean, this dropship, I thought the gunship was big when I got it, but this dropship puts that to shame. Oh my god, what an amazing set. But yeah, we have the ATOT, pretty cool. I actually had to get some custom stickers, including some of the panels on those cockpit pieces, and then these 2 wing stickers. But it looks fine, that's all that matters. Then we have the gunship, classic 2013 gunship, best one in my opinion. Then we have our 2 AT-APs, which look incredible, and I probably don't need another AT-AP ever. But if they release a new one with some exclusive figures, I might just get another one. Then we have the Clone Turbo Tank, my first, Republic vehicle, I want to say, in my recent LEGO Star Wars collecting. I think I got this when it was released off of Amazon. Then we have just these, gun racks, which the figures can use. I just thought to include them. Then we have this clone base kind of munitions cart. Then we have this crappy ass set. This is awful. The gap in this set is just embarrassing. One thing I found a way how to fix it is by getting rid of those 2 and closing it like that. But then again, it's so weak it'll just go inside and oh well. This set is not great, but it looks, I guess, better than I thought it did when I first saw the pictures for it. After that, we have the 2013 ATTE. Love this set, but I think the new one looks leagues better, so I'm going to get that and hopefully expand my army even more, including with some nice new figures. Then we have 3 Swamp Speeders for the 501st Troopers as alt builds to the actual 501st Battle Pack, so that's really cool. And then the Battle Pack Swamp Speeder. And that should be my entire army of the Republic. So, hurrah. Hopefully, I mean, with every update, since they're so, spread out, my army grows, a decent amount. But I'm just, flabbergasted each time I look at it all together. It's not the biggest army on YouTube, but it's definitely a respectable size with some respectable sets. And this one too, I guess. I really like that one. So, yeah, I'm going to close out the video there. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.